But I was like, what happened to him? What happened to the decade of Raul? And they showed a video that he died. Wow, it was kind of messed up. It was kind of messed up. It was kind of feel like I didn't know he died because I grew up watching. But it was nice to see. And by the way, it's hard to think 20 years. 20 years. I remember I was in junior high school. And a lot of sports happened in 1998. I remember week 1 of the NFL when I hate to bring it up, you Jets fans, week 1 when the New York Jets lost in overtime to the San Francisco 49ers, Garrison Hurts run that 93 yards, or 93 yards overtime win for a touchdown, and it was the first time CBS Sports did the NFL in a long time. So, what else? Mark McGwire, we all know, a tainted 62 home run, a tainted, and I say that loosely, a tainted home run that I missed. Thank God I didn't watch it. So, but overall, 1998 was a good year. It was a very good year as far as baseball is concerned. It really was. It was really, really, really good. Really good for the most part. It really was. Really was. A lot going on, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, say at that time it was a great moment for baseball, but we all know what happened in '05, so we don't need to, we all know what happened. But for the most part, it was really a good year, and cap it off, the Yankees won the World Series that year, so it was really good. All right, Before I put a finishing bow tie on what's happening in baseball right now, I hear I don't remember what day it happened, but last week, Ronald Acuna Jr., one of the young stars of the Atlanta Braves team, he was hit in the elbow by Jose Altua. If I'm not pronouncing his name correctly, I don't know. I don't remember the pitcher. I know his first name is Jose for the Miami Marlins. He hit a pitcher, right? He was hit with an elbow. Thank God it wasn't a severe injury. So Ronald Altuve Jr. was okay. The reason why we don't know the reason why he was hit or whatever the case may be, and it looked like it turned out he was fine. All right. Furthermore, he hit a home. Ronald hit a home. Has been hitting home runs in the last three series against the Miami Marlins, and it turns out, and he was hit by a pitch. Then Keith Hernandez, a great player, great all-time Met first baseman, said, when he hit a couple of home runs against the series, and he's the best hitter, one of the young best hitters in their ball club. You gotta hit him. I'm sorry, that's what he said. You gotta hit him. You gotta beam him. Then everybody from Stephen A. Smith to Jim Rome to Tiki and Tana, yada yada yada. All and on, more and more raving what Keith Hernandez said and say, Keith Hernandez, not Keith Hernandez in general, but he said, what a coward what the Marlins pitcher did, Jose did, the Marlins pitcher, what a coward, weak, and it shouldn't be allowed in baseball. This is the reason why people hate baseball. Wait a second. Can we calm down for a second? Can we calm down for a minute? This is not the first time it happened in baseball. This is not the first time. So let's calm down for a minute. First of all, I agree. First of all, I have no problem or no issue whatsoever what Keith Hernandez says. That's number one. Number two, he's coming. I understand where everybody worried of getting hurt. And this is what kind of annoys me a little bit with sports today. Everybody's worried, and rightfully so, about getting hurt. But what Keith Hernandez says is 100% correct. I'm sorry. He's speaking from a player's perspective. What do you expect Keith Hernandez to say? He's speaking from he's speaking from a player's perspective, not as an analyst. He's speaking as a player. Pitchers beam somebody all the time. But this whole idea that he's doing it to hurt him. Wait a minute. This is not the first time it happened. Bob Gibson, who was a great player, he beamed somebody. Roger Clemens, great player, he beamed somebody. Pedro Martinez, beamed somebody. Pitchers, beam hitters all the time. This is, if you don't know that by now, but you haven't paid attention. But this whole idea, we're doing it to be tough. How about you guys calm down and see the situation for what it is? Because the way I watched that pitch, it wasn't as gruesome or horrific as it may seem. Come on now. You guys are going way over. How about you calm down for a second? Especially Twitter. And that's the main thing I don't like. I don't like with Twitter. This is the main thing I don't like with social media personally, because everybody weighs in and stuff like before they actually blow it out of proportion. Everybody loves to blow things out of proportion, and before you see where they're coming from, okay, how about you see where that person coming from on why he said what he said? Nobody, except if you're Donald Trump, say things just for say's sake. I mean, come on. I mean, again, Keith Hernandez is speaking from a player's perspective. And another thing, what you want the Marlins to do? The Marlins are in last place. What do you expect? What do you expect him to do? He's a competitor. Yeah. If he would have thrown out, if the Marlins pitcher would have thrown out his head, then I will have a problem with that. Because when you're a pitcher and you're going to beat somebody, you aim for the ribs or the buttocks. That's it. You don't aim for the head or the throat. That's fight. That's fighting. If somebody try to throw in my head, for that, we fighting. Screw that. I throw that bat, I'll pull that bat and try to shove it up his butt. How about that? But again, back to the topic. What Keith Hernandez said wasn't as gruesome. Wasn't saying it. Oh, he should beam him. He's speaking from a player's perspective. Anybody who watches sports, who've been watching baseball for a long time, should understand that. My point is this. This should never be an issue or a topic to begin with. That's all I'm coming from. And one other thing with the baseball, it was great to see. This is, you know, I think Robert Manfred said it best. I think this is a good time if you're if you're a lover of baseball to get into, because when you watch Little League World Series or watch the Little League Classics that they have, I think it's good for the game. It really is. It's really good for the game, especially for the young boys. You know, it makes you appreciate the game more. It really does. You know, and to see the Mets and the Phillies, you know, Reniac with the kids and Michael Conforto going back, you know, it's really good to see. It really has good to see. And it's, you know, it really brings you back to your childhood, you know. That's all I gotta say. That's all I'm gonna say. So, and the AL East is getting very, very interesting. The NL East, excuse me. The National League East is getting very interesting because right now, the Braves and the Phillies are tied for the division, and that division is gonna come down to the wire. And don't be surprised, it will be a tiebreaker to see who will represent the NL East in this 2018 postseason. So that's what's happening in baseball right now. We have a lot of football to go. Well, we have football to get to. We have the NFL to get to, as we have a lot of injuries, not really severe injuries. Not a lot as far as AJ McCarron is going on, is looking to seeking a second opinion after a broken collarbone. Defensive tackle Kyle Williams with a knee injury, not severe. Zach Brown, it looked like Zach Brown of the Cowboys had to lead the game with a knee injury, not severe. The Packers, running back Jamal Williams, not impacted. Again, none of these injuries are impact at all. Jake Comerall will not be an injury. Justin McCray with a calf injury. But the one that is really severe, and he's going to miss the remainder of the year, is the New England Patriots' Isaiah Wynn with a torn Achilles heels, and he's making this is really a shame because he was the first round pick for the New England Patriots, and it's unfortunate that he's going to miss the remainder of the year with Achilles heels. Now, the defending Super Bowl champs, I should say, the Philadelphia Eagles, Nick Foles had a strained right shoulder, so it look like he's going to miss for the most part, it looks like he's going to miss the remainder of the postseason, as they're going to take it easy on Carson Wentz. Remember, Carson Wentz is coming back with an injury of his own with a Achilles heels. So, you know, who will start on September the 6th when they defended against the Atlanta Falcons to start week 1 of this NFL season, you know, and NFL season. Now, other injuries to get to. A torn ligament for the Pittsburgh Steelers as the tight end, and the Steelers are very thin as far as tight ends as goes. So Keith Miller will most likely be the starter. Will start the remainder until further notice. So Xavier Grimmel will. We don't know how long he'll be out. 49ers, McKinnon will be. We don't know how long he'll be out. The Texans have 2 players in concussion protocol right now. The cornerback Kevin Johnson and Sammy Coates Jr. is in concussion protocol. They both left the game.